And now to international news. A young man in Ontario, Canada, was looking for help and turned to Twitter for guidance. He tweeted, "Yo, does anyone know someone who can make fake IDs?" The Winnipeg Police Department happened to see the tweet and responded. "Let us know if you find a source for fake IDs. Pretty sure we know a couple of detectives who'd be interested in that info too." They put the trolling in patrolling. The kid, Adam, then deleted his Twitter account. Actually, he did reply. "I'd like to take this 5 minutes of fame to promote my mixtape. Coming soon to iTunes. Stay tuned." The police replied, "Thanks for being a good sport and good luck with the album." Wow, that is really, I think this is an inspiring story. I like seeing law enforcement and young ne'er-do-wells get along. Kat, what do you think?
I did something similar to this when I was on an airplane, and I tweeted at Delta that I was not going to have my seatbelt on. I did not have my seatbelt on because I'm a grown-ass woman, and I can handle my turbulence however I want to. And then okay, let me. And then but then they tweeted back at me. So now whenever I drag my skag or, vape on the plane, like in the bathroom or under a blanket, I just don't tweet about it.
Wait a minute. You're admitting to a crime? Is it a crime to vape on the plane? You can't vape on a plane, can you?
If I did, it would be a crime.
I am sick and tired of these.
But is anything really a crime? Is anything really a crime if you do it under a blanket where no one can see you?
Well, maybe
that's the law, right?
If it's just you under that blanket.
Right.
Yeah.
The Constitution protects your right to do whatever you want under your own blanket. I'm pretty sure. I'm an American.
Yeah. You probably...
It's in the Bible also.
Bible.
Yeah.
People still check your ID to this day, don't they?
They do.
Did you ever have a fake ID when you're still young? What am I saying?
I never had a fake ID. I did occasionally enter a bar despite being underage, but there was a bar in Evanston, or actually it was just in Chicago, that would just accept my real ID that said I was 19, and I would show it to them, and they would say, okay.
Wow.
So I didn't feel like...
They looked at it, they just didn't look at the date.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
That's why we went
the door, to be honest.
I am so old, I remember when 19 was the drinking age.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Those were the days. I don't remember that, but...
Oh, please. Yes, you do. I don't remember that. I was in an old, Zoom cast. No, you remember that. Give me a break.
Zoom.
You remember that? You remember that?
I remember Bernadette.
See, if you remember that,
Bernadette with the arms,
sure.
She was fantastic. But Rob,
all right.
You used to kind of horse around with the fake IDs?
Yeah, no. I actually a little bit like Guy. When I come down to New York City or Boston or places where I would hang out as a youngster, you always knew where to go where they didn't check.
You always knew because they had signs. Do you remember they would put you would stand in front of the, I don't think people remember this. They had IDs with the face cut out.
Oh,
you would put your face
at Times Square, you would put your face through it, and they would take a picture of it, and they'd cut around it and laminate it. It took like half an hour. Yeah. But there were a lot of bars in town that didn't check, and a lot of bars in Boston didn't check. You kind of always knew.
Yeah.
Plus, there's always parking lots.
For entertainment purposes only, it said on it. Just
right. And I'm just going to be very entertained. Yeah.
LLC, what do you think? I think it was great that the cops have a good sense of humor. I think I love the whole state of Canada.
I do too, actually. Yeah, no, Canada's got a lot to offer. I don't understand why I wasn't using Yik Yak. You guys know about this?
Oh, yeah.
It's totally anonymous, and I was just in Florida last week, and I downloaded it to see, like, oh, what's this all about? And all these kids are like, oh, I'm down by the pier. Who has weed? I feel like if you want to
Wait, you can't just shout that?
Well, you could try.
But then you go down the pier and you see the kids down there with their phones, and you're like, that's the one who just tweeted there, right?
Yeah, so those kids weren't so smart, but there were other kids, I think, that were figuring it out.
Wait, is weed illegal?
Yeah, apparently it is. Except in some places.
Nice segue.
And we'll talk about that later. Coming up, some guy didn't like how he was portrayed in The Wolf of Wall Street. I smell a lawsuit. Or it could be Rob Long's cologne.